following 8-minute yoga sequence is meant as an overview of the longer sequence also offered on our website. Please come on to all fours. Line up so that the hands are under the shoulders and the knees are set up underneath the hips. Spread the fingers wide like rays of the sun and melt your heart so that the shoulder blades come onto the back. Listen for your breath. On an inhalation, lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keep the breath moving steady and full, and the fingers steady on the mat. Exhale, release down onto the knees, and with an inhalation, step the right foot forward into a lunge. Lift the back knee to come up into straight leg lunge. Come up on the fingertips, and again, soften your heart and listen for the breath. Come back down onto all fours. Step the left foot forward for the second side. Feel your breath and stretch from your hips back through your back heel. On an inhalation, step the right foot forward to come into standing forward bend, Uttanasana, and release your head and your neck, feeling the breath. On an inhalation, lift your hands to your hips and come all the way up to stand. Release your hands, inhale, and flow the arms to the sky, reaching for the sun. Exhale and sweep the arms back down. Follow your breath as you reach higher and higher toward the sky. Place the left hand on the left hip. Inhale and raise the right arm up and stretch it back behind you, following the hand with the gaze as you go. Use the breath, each inhale lifting higher through the chest as you stretch the arm up. Each exhale, opening your face to follow the hand as you circle around. Second side, place the right hand on the right hip and repeat. Keep the fingers spreading wide and a smile on your face. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead, and on an exhalation, swan dive all the way back down into Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Inhale, step both feet back into downward facing dog for the second time. Bend your knees and lift your hips for the sky as you press your arms straight down into the floor. Inhale to flow forward to a plank pose like the top of a push-up, and on the exhalation, bend the elbows and lower to Chaturanga Dandasana, hovering for a moment before touching down onto the floor. Place your forehead on the ground and spread your fingers wide. Lifting the shoulders onto the back, float the hands up above the floor as you take the throat and head back to curl up into Bhujangasana, floating cobra pose. Exhale and release. Clasp your hands behind your back for Shavasana, locust. Lifting the shoulders onto the back, take the throat and the head back and stretch back through your arms, through your hands, towards your feet. Keep breathing and ride the wave of the breath as you stretch. Exhale to release. Plant the hands on either side of the chest, and on an inhale, lift up onto all fours. Release the hips toward the heels and the head toward the floor to come into Balasana, child's pose. Feel your breath filling into your back. Allow the breath to wash over your skin, flowing down from the back over your head and arms. On an inhale, use the arms to help you come back up onto all fours. Slide the right knee forward and open the right foot over toward the left, walking the left knee back behind you to come into Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, pigeon pose. Bow forward with the elbows on the floor and melt the heart so the shoulders are on the back. Keep steady energy hugging the back and the front knee toward one another, even as you stretch. Inhale to come up and switch to the second side. As you open the left knee toward the right, flex the left foot and walk the right leg further back behind you to come lower into the stretch. Keep the breath flowing steady and even into the tightest space of the stretch in the hip. Inhale and come back up onto all fours. From all fours, make your way onto your back for Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, the bridge pose. Place your feet hip distance apart with the knees bent. Take the hands facing each other across the chest and draw the shoulders back into the floor. As you lift your hips up off the ground, keep the shins hugging toward one another and the shoulders and head pressing straight back into the floor. Breathe and pull from your heart, lift toward your head. Exhale to release the hips back down onto the floor and stretch the legs out straight. Inhale, draw your right knee in toward your chest. Move the hands to the back of the thigh and press the thigh against the hands as you straighten the right leg straight up toward the ceiling. Stretch from your right hip up through the right heel as you press strongly with the right thigh into the hands. Breathe. Exhale to release. Second side, set the right leg up so the foot is vertical. Draw the left knee in toward the chest and move the hands to the back of the thigh. Create a steady, even pressure between the thigh and the hands as you stretch the leg straight up toward the ceiling. Keep breathing, and with each inhale, make the leg grow longer. Exhale to release. We'll now do the same pose once again. Take the hands to the back of the right thigh, stretch the leg straight. Holding the leg in the right hand, open your leg toward the right as you open your left arm toward the left for counterbalance. Stretch long from the hips through the heels. Inhale to bring the leg back up to center. Exhale to release. Second side, draw the left knee in toward your chest. Hands on the back of the thigh. Open the right arm as you open toward the right, as you open the left leg toward the left. Keep breathing and stretch evenly from the center of the pelvis out through the legs. Inhale to return to center. Exhale to release the leg back onto the earth. Set yourself up in a comfortable position lying on the floor for Shavasana, the pose of the corpse, our final pose. Close your eyes, soften your face, and return to the sound of your breath.